Piano Man in chat says, who wants... Oh, am I a little too loud? No, I'm just always this loud? That's cool. Piano Man in chat says, who wants to gnaw on human bones? Ooh, I do. Is it, are you offering? Do you got any for me? That'd be pretty cool. Hello, everybody. Squeak morning chat. Squeak morning, every pony. Welcome to very extra special stream. Don't ignore what I'm looking at. Ignore that. It's stuck in my head, so I really just kind of want to. I just really wanted to listen to it again. I just really want to throw it down with him.
Eso me gusta.
Woo! Oh shit. Okay, alright. My internet seems to be struggling today. It seems to always like doing that whenever there's a high action, a high intensity moment for me. This video keeps getting sent to me. Hopefully send me this for some reason as well. Wow, fuck, maybe I shouldn't stream today. Who knows? Holy shit.
Revivieron a un muerto. Pero el auto está bien.
Okay, I wonder why it's doing that. Gang, I couldn't tell you, gang. My internet was fine. It's been fine for a while now, too. It's just for some reason it's dying. It's like actively dying. Is it because of Homero? Is Homero doing this? Is Homero actively causing my bitrate to fall so hard? From like 13,000 down to 400, 4,000, 2,000. Keep going down. Alright, keep going down. Ugh. Jeez, okay. It's really hot in my room. I'm gonna go turn on the AC. Hi! Yeesh. I don't know why my chat's still broken. Maybe this will fix it. Oh, it's already fixed. Never mind. Okay. Hi! Bleh. Hello, hi. Whoa. Why is it? There we go. Ignore what that says. Ignore that. There's nothing there. Nothing there at all. What's good, YouTube? Today is lesson. I forgot my microphone is literally in the way of my drawing tablet. This sucks. Okay. This sucks. How am I gonna go about actually being able to use my drawing tablet? Like this, maybe? Dude, nothing is even happening. Why is my internet dying so hard? Nothing ever happens. Welcome to Gboard Clipboard. Any text you copy will be saved here. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, I gotta change my freaking color. I gotta change my color. Just change his color. How do I like that? Maybe? No, that's too hard to see. Maybe? Is that good? Is that a good color? Is that a good color? Does everyone agree? That, but like darker. There we go, that's good. Anyways, so uncomfortable writing while my freaking microphone is in the way. It keeps like hitting it. It keeps hitting my microphone. How am I gonna go about this? It's gonna make it look like I'm just someone with really bad handwriting. Ah, this fucking sucks. It's okay. If I was a teacher, I would have garbage handwriting too, like they usually do. How do you do this? How do you have your microphone? Is this better? Let's see. I mean, okay, I got a bit more, like, space like this. Dude. This is why I don't do drawing streams. You guys want me to do drawing streams all the time. I keep getting asked, when are you doing a drawing stream? When are you gonna draw live on stream? When are you gonna make art live on stream? I can't even write on stream right now, bro. Ugh. Like it's getting in my freaking way. There. Today's lesson. Okay, today's lesson. Liberal. I'm gonna write it big. Fuck. There, that's today's lesson. We're learning, it's because I found this video. Super Mario Liberal Edition. And I've been laughing, I was laughing my ass off. For like 10 minutes straight. For like 5 minutes straight. I don't know why. I just find it really funny, and I'm gonna leave it running in the background. Can it fucking play? Oh my god. There we go. Force government euthanasia, there's no gas. Smuggling, chopping up children, do I have a boom arm? Yes, I do. Liberal. So fucking dumb. I'm losing my mind. Alex Jones doesn't need autotune. I was not ready for the fucking ending part there. Okay, this fucking sucks. I'm gonna open the book now. Well, oh shit. Anyways, are you guys able to focus on the story like this? I hope you are. Because some background music helps with the reading, you know, as they say. As they say, putting in a little bit of... What the fuck is happening? Okay, so this is the intro for a... I can't focus, I'm sorry. I'm getting rid of that. Okay, today's we're doing a book called Five Nights at Freddy's. We're doing a Five Nights at Frunkin' book. Okay, it's called Five Nights at. It's fuck. What's the book called again? And then the week before, I think, right? It's called The Week Before, right? Right. Anyways, so this book it focuses on. Okay, no spoilers, guys. No spoilers. But I think it's canon. I think this focuses on Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and it's the canon story of the phone guy. That's from what I understand. But we're not no spoilers on where it's going to go, okay? We're going to figure this out together. It's going to be really epic. It's going to be you don't need to know about FNAF. If you know Freddy Fazbear, if you're like if you're not a FNAF fan, is this FNAF DLC kind of if you're not a FNAF fan and you just kind of like you're like, oh, I know who Freddy Fazbear is. He go like horror. That's all you need to know to be able to understand the story. It's not a very context dependent, not a very lore heavy like modern era game. It just focuses on Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Yeah, but like no spoilers. Obviously, phone guy dies because it's fucking Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Come on, but no spoilers, guys, about the actual contents of the book. Anything interesting that happens, because that would ruin people's fun. It's gonna, you're just gonna come off as a little person with parents who don't really love them. That's all it's gonna make you look like. Anyways, I'm gonna read the intro so that we can get started to learn about what's going on here. You are Ralph, and working security at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is your dream job. At least that's what you told them in the interview. You've been there for so long, the relentless, cheerful animatronic characters feel like old friends. You love how their antics bring saccharine smiles. What does that mean? Saccharine smiles. To kids' faces. The place creates happy family memories and you help make that possible. I can make up words too, like counterclockwise. I can make up words like This place creates happy family memories and you help make that possible. But all good things must come to an end. It's time to oh my god, this was written by ChatGPT. It's time to move on while you still can. This is your last week. You've always worked the day shift, but after a sudden staff vacancy and temporary closure, management asked you to take the night shift for a change. Letting them down is never an option. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy are Fazbear Entertainment's biggest assets. That means that's slang for like stuff, by the way. It just means it's their biggest stuff. Your duty is to protect them and the restaurant's reputation. Your contract calls it a matter of life and death. You've heard rumors that the animatronics get somewhat lively after hours. You were just there to say quirky. You were so close. You could have just done it. But no one's better equipped to handle them than you, 22-time Employee of the Month. As Night Watchman, you'll face many choices that lead to various outcomes. If you find an item that might help you do your job, write it down for later. Now for your first big decision. If you want to play on easy difficulty, add paperclip, screwdriver, and flashlight to your inventory. Pfft, nah. We're not doing any FNAF slop. We're not doing none of this pussy shit. If you want to play on normal difficulty, start out with only your wits. Okay, well, let's add something to my inventory. How do you draw wits? Like a brain? There you go. That's how my brain looks like. If you want to play on normal difficulty, start out with only your wits. I already read that. Whoops. Alright, you guys can't see my brain. There you go. It's right there. I should probably like move it over slightly then, shouldn't I? There you go. I'm gonna just kind of like do that. There you go. What's up? What's up? Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Night 1. Oh my god, it's just like playing FNAF. It's like playing FNAF, but if you don't like video games, because you're like a book nerd. This is like what the D&D equivalent to it. The security office at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is practically a second home. You spent so much of your time here over your career. Probably too much time cooped up in a glorified closet, staring at a buzzing, flickering monitor until your eyes dry out. But everyone's got to make a living. And you have an 11-year-old daughter at Copelia to provide for. You often feel like, dude, we're just making up words still. You often feel like the only thing you're good at is protecting others, even at your own expense. The office is always dark since there aren't any outside windows, but somehow, at night, it still manages to give you the creeps. You're probably just spooked because you're all alone in the restaurant, aside from Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, of course. Animatronics aren't fantastic conversationalists, but boy, can they sing and dance. Of course, they've also been known to do other things. Rumor is, they've become strangely aggressive lately, but surely those glitches were ironed out or they wouldn't have reopened this place. Not that customers have exactly been flocking back just yet. Where's my order? Oh, the freaking 10-piece nuggets and fries? I'm sorry, I don't really work at Freddy's, man. And I don't think they have... Do they have nuggets? I don't know. I'm sorry, I couldn't really help you with that. You're just gonna have to speak with my manager. I'll try to forward you to my manager after stream. Of course, they've always been known to do other things. Rumor is they've become strangely aggressive, like customers haven't been flocking back just yet. After the restaurant closes and everyone's gone, the animatronics enter roaming mode and walk around to prevent their servos from locking up. You hear heavy footsteps echoing out there now. Clomp, clomp, clomp. If animatronics encounter you in the restaurant at night, they should ignore you, but your safest bet is to stay in the office until 6 a.m. When they return to the stage, enter sleep mode and recharge. Then you can go home. Management cares about their employees, and it's time-consuming and expensive to hire and train new ones. Not to mention the occasional legal fees and the hassle of covering up any accidents. So they installed reinforced doors on either side of the office. In the unlikely event that an animatronic visits you here, you can open and shut the east and west doors by pressing the big red buttons in the doorways. The light switch below them illuminates the east and west halls outside your office so that you can see whether anything is out there. Surviving the night probably seems like a low bar for a job, but this isn't just about collecting a check. You may have to venture out of the office from time to time. The animatronics are clumsy and mindless, naturally. If they break something out there, you have to go and fix it and clean up the mess right away so the restaurant is ready to open. They stole this from FNAF Co-op. What if I want to take a piss break? You could just pause the stream and then unpause it and then watch it at like 1.25 times speed until you're back up. Until you catch back up, yeah. Or just don't, or just pause the stream and then just play it when you're back and just be behind a little bit. It's fine. Yeah, I'm trying to clumsy and mindless naturally. If they break something there, you have to fix it. Just in case any customers show up. Think of the children. Oh, of course, you gotta think of the children in FNAF. Is just a FNAF fan thinking of children comes first, second nature. Of course, your number one concern is making sure nothing happens to Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. Oh, and don't forget Foxy. Do not forget about Foxy. Ominous. There are 3 security monitors on the desk, but 2 of them are always on the fritz. Replacing them would let you see more, but you guess management spent the money on those doors instead. You use the control panel in front of you to switch the one working displays to feeds from various cameras around the restaurant. You check the stage first. Your heart pounds when you see Bonnie and Chica are gone. So that's who you heard walking around the restaurant. Freddy's just hanging out up there on his own. The brown bear is dapper as always in his black top hat and bow tie. You're glad they restored the vintage animatronic with his classic look. I'm going to do the sound effects, by the way. I should probably tell you that. Freddy doesn't wander much, as if he's above all that. Just because he's the star of the show. Or maybe he's saving his energy for something. I'm the star of the show, you tell yourself as you switch over to the Pirate Cove camera. Okay, Foxy is shy. The curtains are drawn, so he must still be back there. Before you locate Bonnie and Chica, though, you discover a situation that demands immediate attention. The lights in the men's restroom are out. You must replace the light bulbs before your shift ends, and it's better to do it sooner than later. All right, if you inspect, here's your first choice. Okay, if you inspect the desk, tap, touch here. If you exit through, okay, inspect the desk, exit through the door on your left, exit through the door on your right, or check the cameras again. Okay, we don't really know where Bonnie and Chica are, right? Now let's check the cameras again. It's always a good idea to check the monitor to see where the animatronics are at any given time, especially if you're thinking about leaving the office. You quickly click through the camera feed. Freddy's on the stage, but he's moved since the last time you looked at on him. He's facing the camera now. His eyes seemingly gazing into your soul as if to say,
I know that you're watching.
You shudder. Who watches the watcher? Wide eyes peer from behind the curtain in Pirate Cove and then blink out. Not so fast, Foxy. You can't find Chica anywhere, but the camera in the kitchen has been broken for a while. It only picks up audio, no video, and something is in there rattling pots and pans and banging cabinet doors. The giant yellow chicken has a voracious appetite. Sounds like she's a bit peckish and looking for a midnight snack. But Bonnie? Where's Bonnie? Oh, there he is, in the West Hall, heading towards the security office. If you exit through the door on your left. Okay, obviously, going to the left means we die. I kind of want to see what happens, though. Let's go see what happens when we run into Bonnie. Okay, eager to face the restroom lights and get back to keep watch, you head out of the door through the west door. Out of the office through the west door. It's pretty dark in the hallway, but you have the layout memorized, even after the recent renovations. They like to move things around here a lot, maybe to confuse the animatronics. The supply closet is just ahead on your left. You want to stop there to pick up some fresh light bulbs since the bathrooms aren't always stocked. You'd hate to have to make a second trip. You yank the door open and try to step inside the closet, but you bump into something big, solid, and furry. And wearing a blood red bow tie, it's Bonnie! You recoil, raising your hands in a futile defensive gesture. An ear-splitting shriek cuts through the night as a 6-foot-plus rabbit lunges from the shadows. The last thing you see before everything goes black is this massive jaw snapping open and shut. It's like the jump scare! He's going, Eee! You killed yourself to say hi? That's insane dedication. What's up? What's good? Don't do that, please. I don't think YouTube's gonna get very happy if I encourage you killing yourself. I think I'll be in trouble for that, actually. He stared at the void and the void stared back. True. Freddy is a giant void of belly gas acid. Okay, let's check what's in the desk. I think there's a free thing to pick up. The new day shift security guard left quite a mess. Scrunched up food wrappers and empty soda cups everywhere. You know it can be hard to stay awake while watching the cameras for 6 hours, but there is an unspoken rule in this office. Stay refreshed. God, I'm already getting freaking dry voice. Keep it clean for the next person. You're gonna have to leave a passive-aggressive note before you finish tonight. They'll never make employee of the month. They'll never make employee of the month with an attitude like that. Just because we don't often meet our fellow employees doesn't mean that we aren't part of the same friendly Fazbear family. It's important to have some pride and consideration. This is one of those reasons you agreed to record those training videos for those new hires, leaving phone messages as part of orientation. Leaving phone messages for the new hires? No way! You hope hearing a calm voice keeps them level-headed when things get tense, and it's nice to know that they're even there. That even after you leave this job, part of you will always remain here. You yank open the top metal drawer and yep, more trash. You pluck out the crumpled balls of paper and soda cups and spot something small and shiny at the bottom of the desk. A paperclip. Those always come in handy. You slip it into your pocket and finish tidying up the office. This guy knows how to freaking break clocks. Holy crap. Stay hydrated, wet rat. Thank you. Mommy ASMR replacement? Oh my god, bruh. Those always come in handy. You slip it into your pocket and finish tidying up the office. All those soda cups remind you about the restroom. Restroom? Whoa! All the soda cups remind you that you have a thing for piss. And those broken lights you have to take care of. I hope we can romance Freddy in this. Okay, alright. I hope so too. I can't wait for the 20-minute Ralph X Freddy and Foxy three-way scene. That honestly, I'm so excited for that. The restrooms are located on the east side of the restaurant, so you head through the door on your right. You glance at the rules for the safety poster as you exit the security office. You don't know why they're posted in this corner where kids shouldn't be anyway. The rules certainly don't apply to you, especially number 8. Leave before dark. Especially number 8 and not like the third one or something, the one that says don't poop on the floor. What? Okay. The rules don't apply to you. You know that you're allowed to poop on the floor. Clearly that one doesn't apply to you like the others do. Like it does to others. You laugh nervously. The hallway is decorated with cheerful stars and checkboard stripe matching the floor tiles, but the dim light from the lone fixture overhead makes the fading decor seem almost sinister, especially the vintage character posters for Chica, Freddy, and Bonnie. What was that? You thought you heard something, but it was far off. A clanking sound, maybe? A clanking sound, maybe from the kitchen? The kind of sound a 6-foot-tall animatronic chicken might make if it knocked a metal pot off a counter. You pause and strain your ears to listen, but you hear nothing more. You reach the dining area. An overhead light illuminates 6 long tables already prepped for a party with confetti tablecloths and party hats lined up. You start to make your way to the restroom, but you freeze at the sound of slow, heavy footsteps. Also, I forgot to add the clipboard to my inventory. Not the clipboard. What's it called again? Paperclip. How do you draw one again? It's like that. Something like that. Wait. Hold on. It's like slightly more like elongated. Like that, kind of. God damn, how do you... Something like that. Stop, don't bully me. I'm trying my best here. Especially with my freaking microphone in the way. It's like, you can hear it. You can hear it. Like, come on. What am I supposed to do with that? Where am I again? Shit. No. Okay. If you hide under a table, touch here. If you hurry towards the bathroom, touch here. If you knock over a table as a distraction, touch here. Ooh, see, that's good. That's like a lot of variety. I can't predict what would work better. I can probably hide and then go from... I don't think that she would know I'm there, right? Because this is like really early. You scramble under your table and lie on your stomach, peering out from underneath the tablecloth. Now you feel the vibrations of footsteps as well as hear them. They plot towards the dining area. The animatronic would be moving faster if it knew your location. If you make a break for it and stay low behind the tables, you might be able to reach the restrooms without being spotted. Or you can cower here silently and hope whoever it is moves on. Okay. Let's run. Let's run. Shit. You don't like being out in the open. If you can make it to the restroom, you could try to block the doors to keep animatronics out. You race towards the restroom, the rubber soles of your shoes squeaking on the red and blue vinyl tiles. But remember, the animatronics are surprisingly fast when they want to be. You only make it halfway across the dining area before powerful yellow arms grab you from behind. Your blood-curdling screams drown out the whir of an animatronic servos and cracking bones. She just started like flicking... Anyways... Because Henry Afton killed those kids. Yeah, I'm sure Henry Afton killed kids. Sucks. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's just keep hiding, I guess. They say discretion is the better part of valor, so you keep hiding and waiting. Again with the made-up words. Definitely not because you're too scared to budge. Right. The footstep cease, and you wonder if the animatronic is waiting for you. You clamp a hand over your mouth and count the dried pale wads of gum stuck to the bottom of the table. 7. Gross. You should change it back to Joshy. Because now I don't think that my Cult to the Lamb cult is as special anymore. I can't rename them all to Garvey. You can't even rename one of your characters if you wanted to. I'm keeping those guys Joshy. It's up to you, though. After several minutes, which seem more like an hour, you're pretty sure the coast is clear. From your vantage point on the floor, you don't see any oversized animal feet in your immediate vicinity. It's time to make your move. You head straight to the bathroom. If you check the tabletop first. Like for an animatronic or for an item? I feel like it's for an animatronic. I do kind of want to see what happens, though. Ooh, you crawl out from underneath the table and grab it to pull yourself up. Your legs are a bit shaky. There isn't a lot of on the table. The flimsy white vinyl tablecloth is decorated with colorful confetti. It's disposable, so after a party, the staff can just scoop up all the plates, food scraps, and the other detritus and toss it all into a garbage bag. It's wasteful, but faster and cheaper than having to launder dozens of fabric tablecloths post-children's birthday parties every single day. 5-pointed party hats with different colored stripes are lined up in the middle of the table. This reminds me of FNAF. Something shiny catches your eyes. A foil gum wrapper. You sigh and slip. You know like how FNAF has like on the tables it has like party hats and stuff. A foil gum wrapper. You sigh and slip it into the pocket to discard later. People just leave their trash wherever they feel like it. This wouldn't have happened in the old days, when working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was a badge of honor. The franchise has truly fallen on hard times thanks to those pernicious rumors about missing kids and the lingering bad press from the bite of 87.
Was that the bite of...
If only the victim could tell what he did to provoke that attack, but he doesn't talk anymore. Or do much else, really. So the press completely blew the incident out of proportion, and the place hasn't been the same since. That makes it a little easier for you to be moving on, but you're going to be a model employee right until the end. Okay, gum wrapper. Let's just add the gum wrapper. How do you freaking draw a gum wrapper? Like... something like that, and then we just add crinkles, I guess. Like that. Okay. Wow, that's amazing. This is the best gum wrapper in the world. We can add a little bit of a gloss to it. I guess. There. Is that good? Is it something like that good? I think that's good. That's my wits, by the way. That's my wits. My wits are shiny, smooth. I hear if your brain is smooth, then it's really good. Everything here is shiny, allegedly. They just make their stuff really shiny in Freddy Fazbear's. It'd just be like that sometimes. Okay, you crawl out from underneath the table and grab it to pull your... Fuck. Okay, I've already read this. You step into the men's restroom and shut the door. The antiseptic scent of bleach still pervades the air, which is far from the worst thing you've lived in there. You try to look around, but it's too dark with both lights out. That's why you're here. What are the odds that 2 bulbs would burn out at the same time? Maybe this was some kind of power surge after all. The wiring in the building is ancient. No, power surge. After all, the wiring in the building is ancient. That's probably why the cameras always glitch and the monitors in the security office keep overloading. That might even explain some of the strange behaviors exhibited by the animatronics. Unless you shake your head, you're in the dark when it comes to that kind of stuff. In this case, literally, just focus on your job, you think. Focus on getting home to Copelia. Everything else is way better after your pay grade. If you replace the first light bulb, touch here. Tap touch here. Mommy chili, alright. Okay, replace the first light bulb. If you listen at the door... Okay, I guess... Let's inspect the sink. Oh god, okay. There we go. Finally found the sound. That dripping faucet is so annoying! You can't concentrate on anything else. You turn to your right and feel for the sinks as you edge along the walls. When you reach them, you tighten the hot and cold water taps until the dripping stops. The sink is filled with water. It appears that something is clogging the drain. You probe it and it feels something soft and slimy. You pry it loose and squish it in your fingers. It's slightly sticky. You raise it to your nose and sniff tentatively. I'm sure you could tell what it is before actually doing that. You give it a little taste. You start wiggling it around on your tongue. You put it in your butt a little bit. so you can get a second set of lips on it, so you can, you know, get more of a taste. Would we get to decide with a poll? That would be too slow is the issue. Waiting for everyone to decide on the options, that's the main issue. The sink is filled with water. I like the idea, and I did think about it, but, you know, there's a lot of choices, so. The sink is filled with water. It appears that something is glowing, and it's chewing gum. Ugh. With the obstruction removed, the water drains out of the sink, gurgling down the pipes. Why would you add it to your inventory? And how would you add it to your inventory? Where do you put it? Like, your mouth is the only place you can put it, really. If you put it in your pocket, it's going to get stuck there. If you put it, I guess, in the wrapper, but, I mean, it's going to be kind of annoying to remove afterwards. But sure, here, I'll put in the freaking chewing gum. Well, whatever. Like, this, I guess that's what we're doing now. Ugh. At least this one gets a visual, so I know how to draw it. Maybe. I don't really know. How do you draw this? Like that? Something like that. And then something like that. And then... does this look chewing gum enough so far? Maybe. I mean, that part looks like it's dripping off, I guess. I kind of like that. And then chewing gum would be like glossy, I guess, wouldn't it? Something like that. There you go. That's my chewing gum. I hope it doesn't get lost in interpretation and translation. There, I think that's pretty cool. Put a piece of hair in the gum. There's no piece of hair in the gum, though. That wouldn't be lore accurate. I like making my drawings lore accurate. You know, it's kind of disrespectful otherwise. Okay. But here, for anything for you, Joshy, since you asked so nicely. Here, that's a piece of hair. Is that good? That's a singular hair strand. I'll add another one, just for you, bro. I'll add a third one. Alright, maybe it's a little too much now. Maybe if I, like, put it, like, over, like... No, that one is good. I liked it like that. Now it kind of looks like it has, like, a bandana, kind of, in the back. Anyways. Step in the men's restroom. Yeah, I already did this. If you replace the first light bulb, tap, touch here, listen at the door. Let's listen at the door. Maybe the darkness is making you paranoid, but you press your ear against the door and listen. If an animatronic follows you into the restroom, it won't be great for you. There's only one way out. At least I'm the best in this place for a reason to lose your control. At least I'm in the best place for a person to lose control of their bladder. You chuckle and wince as the sound echoes around you. The restaurant sounds quiet, which oddly makes you feel even more nervous. The darkness seems to be pressing in on you, making it hard to breathe, even harder to think. Your imagination is making it run wild without any sensory inputs. All you want to do is replace the light bulbs and get back to the security office as quickly and safely as possible. Alright, let's go. Wait, I can just do the inspect the sink again, constantly, and then getting more and more. Infinite gum glitch! Alright, I don't think it works like that. I don't think it works like that. How many night watchmen would take a bullet for you? That's so sweet. How many night watchmen does it take to change the light bulb? None. They refuse to do it because if they chase away the night, they're out of a job. You smile to yourself as you take a detour to retrieve a step stool and new You smile to yourself as you take a detour to retrieve a step stool and a new bulb from the maintenance closet. You often make up jokes in your head while you're working. This does just sound like Scott Cawthon's self-insert character. I can't lie, and it probably is, right? Because it's voiced by him, but I don't think that necessarily means that. But I think it is supposed to be using self-insert. just sounds like the kind of thing Scott Cawthon would say and do in these situations. Like he literally went. While writing this, he went like, "What would Jesus do?" But instead, he went, "What would I do in a situation like this?" When he was writing this book. She'll groan loudly and say affectionately, "Bad joke, Dad." Oh shit, sorry. You smile at yourself as you take a detour to retrieve your step stool, blah blah blah, while you're working. You can't wait to get home to inflict your latest creations on Coppelia. She'll groan loudly and say affectionately, "Bad joke, Dad." You'll remind her that telling dad jokes is a mandatory requirement of all fathers, and you never shirk on your duty. The boring, real answer to the question is, of course, 1. You finish twisting the new bulb inside the socket and say, of course, there has to be a Jesus reference. Silly Ray, every story is a writer's self-insert. I don't think that's true. That's kind of concerning for a lot of writers, isn't it? Let there be light as it flickers on, casting the bathroom in its warm glow. You blink as your eyes adjust from the darkness. The white porcelain urinals in the sinks are gleaming. This is the cleanest the bathroom will be all day. Once the restaurant opens and the kids are unleashed to eat and play, this will quickly become one of the most disgusting rooms in the facility. One light down, one to go. Let's listen to the door again. Your caution pays off. You hear footsteps outside, moving much more quickly than Bonnie or Chica's usually do, getting louder by the second. While you've been in the restroom, you haven't been keeping an eye on Pirate Cove. Foxy must have left this attraction. You hope he didn't hear you working in here, but he does have big ears. They're among the few parts that still function on the tattered old animatronics. Yeah, he's on his way to the restroom right now, and you don't have much time before he gets to you. If you barricade the door, touch here. If you hide in a stall, I think we should hide in a stall. I think he can't barricade the door in time. But I kind of want to see what happens if he tries. So I'm going to go with that. You can't lock the door because kids always find a way to get themselves trapped inside the restroom. So you look around for something to shove against it. The trash can doesn't look heavy enough and you're out of time. Foxy is outside. And the door moves inward and you lean your back against it, pushing it closed again with all your might. All Might reference? As if your life depends on it, which it does. The doors don't have bathrooms, though. And the bathrooms don't have doors in FNAF. It's the stalls themselves that do, but the entrance to the bathroom is always open in FNAF, I'm pretty sure. Like, you know, like normal bathrooms typically are in, like, almost every other place. Well, actually, yeah, some places do have doors, but it's, you know, typically they don't. The light bulb you just changed starts flickering as Foxy's metal hook bangs and scrapes against the door. Each impact sends a jolt through your body, vibrating in your bones. You hope Foxy will just go away, but he just keeps pounding on the door and screeching. Sweat pours down your face and your feet slide on the sick tiles. You're losing your grip on the bathroom door and on reality. The door opens enough to let him get his metal hook inside. The pointed tip just an inch away from your right eye. All you have to do is hold the door until 6 a.m. Unfortunately, you couldn't even hold it for 6 seconds. But Foxy good guy. The Foxy big guy checking on you. Heart attack. Pants. Okay. He doesn't kill you though. He just checks in on you and you got a heart attack. Or maybe that's what happened here. Maybe Foxy almost got in and then Ralph got a heart attack and died. I think that's what it was, personally. Oh my god, it just puts you back to night 1. Like, yo, let me read the whole thing again. Oh, there is a paperclip. Oh, okay, so this whole time there was, like... Okay. Oh my god, this whole time there was art I was missing out on the next page. That's interesting. That's how the candy wrapper looks. But it's full, though. There's candy in the wrapper, actively. Gosh, I don't want to redraw. I'm not redrawing the candy wrapper. I kind of have to, though. Right? God, that sucks. It's not gonna be accurate. Maybe if I like kind of just kind of like there, something like that. I don't think that's how it would looking. Yeah, no, I give up. I've drawn this before, I think. Specifically that candy, just to try it out. Yeah, it would be here. If you inspect the sink, listen to the door, Foxy's coming. Blah, blah, blah. Place the first light. Listen to door. No, let's do that to see if I die. You just remove the second burned out bulb when you hear something big run up towards the restroom door. Foxy, you think just before he busts the door open, then tattered Crimson Fox gapes at you, one eye covered with a black patch, jaw hanging slack to reveal vicious teeth. His right arm is raised threateningly with a sharp silver hook on the end where his hand should be. Everything about this animatronic screams, not for kids, which is probably why his attraction has been marked out of order for the reopening. Though as far as you know, he's never bitten any kids. But now Foxy is literally screaming and rushing towards you. Arr, I'm gonna kill you, matey! Spontaneous combustion? Are you gonna play the flash game I sent? I want to see your reaction. After I'm done reading. Sure. But now he's literally screaming running towards you. You hurl the light bulb in your hand at him, but it shatters harmlessly against his head, and broken shards of glass tinkle on the floor tiles. That's me when I piss. My piss tinkles on the floor tiles. Because I'm bad at aiming. Great move. Great move. Now he's really agitated. The good news is you won't have to clean up the mess. The bad news is you are the mess. God, this is such a like cornball writing, but I love it. Because it's like, it's not like bad. Like the dialogue wise, I don't think it's very bad, but it's kind of like, come on. It's kind of corny. The bad news is you're the mess. You're the mess. Squeeze me sauce. I'm dead sauce. I don't, you know, I changed my mind. I just remember the flash games you sent me. I don't know if I want to do them. I'll consider it. If you keep waiting, tap here. If you hurry towards the bathroom, tap here. Yeah. No, wait. Shit. Where was I? Listen at the door. Hide in a stall. Hide! You have to hide. You can't fit in the maintenance closet. It's too small and crammed full of mops, buckets, and cleaning supplies. Your only option is to duck into one of those stalls and stand on the toilet like you did in elementary school when you need to get away from the mean kids. Now that you think about it, maybe that's one of the reasons you became a security guard, so you could help those who can't help themselves. Of course, you imagine that you would be armed in order to protect and serve, but weapons of any kind aren't allowed at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Nothing kills a kid's party more than seeing someone with a taser hanging out in the corner, even if he is the good guy. You dash to the first bathroom stall, but find that it's locked from the inside. It's secured with a simple slide bolt latch. You might be able to get it open if you had something thin enough to fit between the door and a jamb. And jamb? I've seen worse on AO3. Yeah, because it's AO3. If you barricade the restroom door, tap here. If you try the next stall over. Ooh, I don't know if I should have to use the paperclip. Let's try the next stall. The next stall is open, but before you can get inside it, the bathroom door bangs open and slams against the wall. Loud as the gunshot. Foxy fucking kills you. He runs in, grabs you by the throat, and starts. That's the sound he makes. He's like freaking He's like ignited Foxy here. He just like, he grabs you, he throws you against the wall. He like presses you against the wall with both hands, with one hand and a claw, and you're just like pressed against the wall. Your face just like that against the wall, the cold bathroom wall, and everything goes black. You feel a pain in your back, and everything goes black. The next stall over is open, but before you can get inside, the bathroom door bangs open and slams again. See, that's what I was saying. Loud as a gunshot. Foxy Pirate is here, and he knows how to make an entrance. Of course, he's kind of fruity with it, but he is a top. Don't underestimate him. Hi, Meshimu. His exposed metal feet clink against the floor as he steps into the bathroom. The porcelain tiles crack under the pressure of his weight. God damn. His eye patch is pulled up so both of his glowing white eyes are focused intently on you. Dude, I think this is a scene. He scrapes his hook along the wall as he stalks towards you, and then he starts humming. Oh shit! It's gonna happen! That's the scene I was talking about. There's gonna be some lip-on-lip fox on human... Okay, that feels weird to say. Foxy used to sing in stage shows with Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica until he was banished to Pirate Cove and left to be forgotten.
Let me show you why they call me the dangerous one, matey.
The tune is slow and unsettling, but you can't quite remember the song, at least not in the short time you have left over. It's the one that goes like... Like the one in the movie. I was in like page 30, I believe. All right, let's try barricading the restroom. Ooh. Oh, so you have to have the paperclip. See, that's good, actually. Forcing you to have to use the items rather than... You can't lock the door because kids always find... Oh, no, I already... It's the same one as last time. Anyways, let's try the paperclip. Okay. You check your pockets for the paperclip you found earlier. Got it. You straighten out the wire and then bend one end of it up in a right angle. Foxy isn't the only one with the hook now. It's a serious situation. Come on now. You insert your new makeshift tool between the door and frame and fiddle around a little. I wish Foxy could fiddle around in me. It only takes you a second to catch the knob of the bolt. I wish you could catch my knob. And slide the lock open. The door swings out towards you. You slip into the stall and pull the door closed. You don't believe this? The door won't stay shut. The slide bolt is jammed now. Oops. And you can't lock the door. What rotten luck. It is not taken with enough seriousness. This Marvel writing is... Sounds like Bojack for him. Do you mean Bojack? It sounded like Mr. Krabs. I forgot how regular Foxy sounds.
Yer, me bird likes you, so I'll do ye a favor.
That's Rockstar, but I don't know how regular Foxy how to do his voice. You don't believe this. Door won't stay shut. The slide bolt is jammed now. Oops, and you can't lock the door. What rotten luck. Foxy's footsteps stop right outside the restroom. What now? I'm just waiting for one of these freaking lines to say, he's right behind me, isn't he? If you try the next stall over, tap here. Okay, try the next stall over. Hold the door shut. Use chewing gum. Okay, we know what the first two are. We've done those already. So let's use the chewing gum. You put... oh yeah, I should probably erase them from my inventory. Or at least add like a red X on them or something. So that I don't get rid of the drawing itself, you know? Yeah, okay, so paperclip. Now chewing gum. You pull out the wad of chewed gum from your pocket and pick lint off it. It's gross. It's still soft and slightly sticky. You wedge it into the door lock and the door stays closed. You sigh with relief and crouch on the toilet, tucking your feet under you and out of view. The restroom door creaks open and bumps against the wall. Someone is there waiting in the doorway. Waiting, watching, waiting. Somehow, you manage to remain perfectly still and eventually whoever it is leaves. I wonder who it was, guys.
He's golden, Freddy.
If you open the door and look outside, touch here. If you peek under the stall, touch here. Okay, let's see what happens if I just like outright open the door. You quietly open the stall door and tiptoe to the door. The heavy footsteps are going more distance. You take a quick look outside in the restroom and see Foxy ambling through the dining area on his way back to the Pirate Cove. You wipe a sleeve across your damp brow. Phew, that was close. Your fingers ache and twitch from holding the stall door closed. You're going to file a very stern complaint letter to the maintenance staff for leaving a stall door broken until the next shift. You check your watch. It's just after 4 a.m. and you still have a job to do. Touch here. So what's different from if I had, you know, peeked under the stall? You lower yourself gently to the floor of the stall, freezing any time you make the slightest sound and waiting for a moment before you continue. Soon you are lying on your belly, grateful that the restroom has been so thoroughly cleaned. You peer out from under the door, no sign of the amount of legs and feet of Foxy's exposed endoskeleton. From here, you can glimpse a sliver of the restroom hallway, and beyond that, the dining area. All is quiet. You lie there for a few more minutes to be sure you're alone, settle down, and catch your breath. That was close. Why don't you just stay here until 6 a.m.?
Oh boy, Lois, this reminds me of the time I was a guard in Five Nights at Freddy's.
You lie there for a few more minutes to be sure you're alone and to settle down and catch your breath. That was too close. You're getting nervous about being outside the security office with its cameras and door locks to make you feel, well, more secure. But before you can head back there, you need to finish your job for the night. You stare up at the second broken light bulb. You're the only thing standing between me and home tonight, you say. So, I'm talking inanimate objects now. And myself. That's awesome. They should get James Gunn to rewrite this, I think. That would be good. I think James Gunn should write this.
What?
Now, I know that sounds bad. So I'm talking to inanimate objects now, myself. That's awesome. You've been through a lot already. You're tempted to leave now, knowing that someone on the day shift will have to replace the bulb and fix that bathroom door if you don't. But like you said in one of your training videos for the restaurant, you can't spell team without M and E. After the bite of 87, you heard some of the staff twist that around to you can't spell team without M-E-A-T. You didn't much appreciate that. People deal with tragedy and loss in their own ways, sometimes with humor, but hey, at least this shows that they were listening during orientation. Meat. If you replace the second light bulb, tap here. If you look inside the second bathroom stall, I want to see what's inside the second bathroom stall. The closer we call with Foxy has you on edge, jumping at shadows and constantly glancing over your shoulder. You're pretty sure the second bathroom stall is empty, so why do you hear hoarse, garbled whispers coming from inside? This is a webtoon, dog. So why do you hear a horse? There's a horse inside the toilet. But yeah, that's Golden Freddy. You can't make out the words, but it sounds like someone is reciting poetry or a song or a children's rhyme, or maybe it's a jingle from a TV commercial. Something, something stains, something, something remains. It's probably an ad for laundry detergent. Sure, yeah. But where is it coming from? You pull the door towards you, slowly empty, or not quiet. A ballpoint pen is lying on the floor at the base of the toilet. You don't know how the cleaning crew missed that, but you're definitely going to shove it in their face. You step into the stall and retrieve the pen. The door of the stall bumps closed behind you. Your pulse quickens as you imagine yourself being trapped in here, but you force yourself to turn around calmly. That's when you see in the words written on the inside of the door in angry scribbles of ink. It's me. I wonder if this book has the retcon of Yellow Bear. Like, I wonder if in here, canonically, if they ever show us Golden Freddy. If he inserts another Family Guy cutaway in this novel, I'm going to be really mad. I wonder if this is going to show us a design for Golden Freddy that is the FNAF 2 one. Or if it's going to show us Yellow Bear. That's what I'm curious about. Because I'm a freaking autistic nerd and I care about things like that. Instead of like getting a job and normal human things. Weird. You'll have to leave a note for the crew to scrub that off first thing in the morning, and you'll be sure to suggest to management that they add no vandalism to the list of rules. You exit the stall and go to replace the second broken light bulb. Add ballpoint pen to your inventory. All right, let's see what it looks like this time around. Welcome to my mine. We are mining diamonds. My freaking drawing tablet's at a weird angle. Something like that. And then just... There you go. Whatever, I don't care. I don't care if it doesn't look amazing. Shut up. I'm trying my best. It's so curved. There we go. Let's give it a little bit of a gloss as well. There you go. It's so beautiful. Such a beautiful little pen. You guys were right with this pen. It's curved on purpose because that's the gimmick of this pen. That's supposed to look like that. Place the second light bulb even faster than the first. The later it gets, the more dangerous it is to be outside the security office. You haven't been watching the cameras, but you have to assume all the animatronics are walking around now. With the bathroom once again bright and cheerful, you can head back to safety, but getting there will be very unsafe. You return to the step stool to the maintenance closet and dispose of the old burnt-out bulbs in the trash. You glimpse your reflection in the wide mirror. You look terrible. The light reveals deep shadows under your eyes. Transitioning from the day shift to the night shift is already starting to fatigue you, making you question what's real and what isn't. At least it's only for a week, and then you can rest as much as you want before diving back into the into your job search. Why did I keep saying job security? A position is opening up for security guard at your daughter's school, and you really hope you get it. But middle schoolers can be just as difficult to handle as animatronics. In some ways, Freddy, Bonnie, Cheek, and Foxy are just big, terrifying kids. I wonder why. You hope you don't run into any of them on your way back to the office. Better hurry, though. Your shift is almost over. If you leave the restroom right away, tap here. If you listen at the door, tap here. You're reaching the cat moving, but you press your ear to the bathroom door and listen. It sounds quiet out there. You grab the handle and are about to open the door when you glance down. Faint light from the dining area seeps in from under the door, but it's interrupted by two shadows. Oh my god, this fricker isn't ever gonna leave this toilet, bro. By two shadows. Those could be feet, you think. Really big feet. Oh, feet. I love that. The moment stretches out for a long time. Your knuckles are white. You're gripping the door handle so tightly, but then the shadows are gone and you hear footsteps moving away. You've been breathing shallowly this whole time, worried you'd be heard, so you take in a deep breath. It's now or never. Okay? You sneak back to the security office without encountering any more animatronics, but by the time you get there, it is 5:45. Your shift is almost over. You check the cameras. To your relief, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy are all present on the stage. Actually, I do want to see what happens if I... Spoiling myself by accident a little bit. Let's go here, and then let's go leave the restroom right away. You can't return to the security office. Oh, shit. Okay. You can't wait to return to the security office, so you yank open the bathroom door. Bonnie's in the doorway. The 6-foot tall rabbit animatronics look down at you with malevolent red eyes, groaning softly. He goes like, this is how he sounds. He goes... Your strained voice sounds uncannily human. You only have a split second to act if it isn't already too late. Slam the door or try to slip past him. Let's try to slip past him. Bonnie seems bulky and slow, you think. You can slip past him and run away. You're wrong. As you exit the door, he seizes your left arm in a vice-like grip. No matter how much you pull and push, you can't get free. The more you struggle, the more he squeezes your arm. And I just realized something. Let's do 2 nights every stream. That's a good way to cut. I think that's a good way to do it. 2 nights every time I do the book, because it's probably got 6 nights worth of content, or at least 5 nights, and then extra content. Bunny seems bulk and right, because you die in night 5, don't you? But yeah, there's probably like bonus content afterwards, I'm sure, or something like that. Bunny seems bulky and slow. You think you can slip past him in a way. You're wrong. As you exit the door, he seizes your arm in a vice-like grip. No matter how much you pull and push, you can't get free. The more you struggle, the more he squeezes your arm. The pain is excruciating as your bones break. That sounds like an elderly guy because that's how he sounds in game. He ignores your screaming and drags you roughly across the dining area by your broken, useless arm. You go limp, dragging your heels to try to slow him down, but he carries you as easily as his electric guitar. Your throat is raw, you can't scream anymore, and there's no one to hear you anyway. The agony causes you to drift in and out of consciousness. You're vaguely aware that Bonnie has taken you to backstage, where animatronic parts are stored for eventual maintenance. He drops you on the floor and turns to pick up a spare yellow Freddy costume. A yellow? Wait, what? All right. He walks towards you with it while you use your good arm to scoot away from him. Bonnie wants you to puts you inside the suit for some reason, even though there's no way you can fit inside along with all its motors and servos. If you manage to live through the experience, you'd be surprised at how much he manages to squeeze you in. Game over. Tap here to try again. All right. It just instantly. Okay. Blah. Let's try slamming the door. You slam the door in Bonnie's grinning face and hold it shut. He doesn't try to get in. He continues groaning for a short while, and then you hear his footsteps moving away. Phew. That was too close of a call. There's no telling what Bonnie wanted with you. You just hope he's on his way back to the stage and won't be waiting for you at the security office. Tap/touch here. Your little guitar. It's the same thing. You run into the same thing. Previous night watchmen have reported the animatronics behaving strangely, but like everyone else, he dismissed their wild stories. Sometimes people fall asleep staring at the camera feeds and they imagine things. Bolstered by the old rumors and stories, the mind can be a funny thing, making it hard to distinguish hallucinations from reality. Now you feel bad for not believing them, and you know that if you tell the others about what happened tonight, they won't believe you either. Perhaps they would even discourage you from talking about what you've seen. You would never do anything that would harm Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. You've put too much time in. Put so much of yourself into that job that you're practically a part of it yourself. You've never pictured yourself leaving, but it seems like the best time to go, especially considering everything that happened tonight. Just 4 more shifts left. You can do this. All right, tidy up before the end of your shift. Sit down and wait for 6 a.m. Bonus item. Explain what it is. What's the bonus item? What is a bonus item? When did we... Does it have a name so I know if I have it or not? What the fuck? Maybe you need to play it again. Maybe it's like a new game plus situation. Where's Bonnie? There he is. Tap the touch here. I should probably remember the number I am on. Tidy up before the end of your shift. You start putting the security office back together the way it should be for the next shift. You toss all the garbage from the desk into the trash can. The sight of those food wrappers and soda cups sets your stomach grumbling. You haven't eaten in the last 6 hours. You clear out junk from the yellow... That's true, I haven't. Have I? I don't think I have, yeah. You return to the desk... clear out junk from the yellow lockers at the back of the room as well, including a year-old packet of toaster pastries that you choked down anyway because you're that hungry. You return to the desk, 5 minutes to go. You click through the cameras, the animatronics are still where they belong. Already the events of the nights are starting to seem like just a bad dream. Your attention falls on the poster behind the TV. Celebrate, it implores, in bright, bubbly letters above a group photo of Bonnie, Freddy, and Chica. These lovable characters can be capable of the horrors you've just experienced, could they? Maybe you've just been misinterpreting everything. This place can have that effect on people when it's late, and you're tired and hungry and lonely. You stare at the image while moving your head from side to side. For some angles, it looks like there's a bulge in the paper before you can investigate, a red light starts blinking on your telephone. Let's investigate the poster, actually. You lean over to your desk to get a closer look at the poster. There's definitely a bump on the wall under Freddy Fazbear's nose, giving it a 3D effect. There's one thing you've always wanted to do to Freddy, but the pizza place has rules, and you're a stickler for rules. You even wrote some of them. Number 6, don't touch Freddy. You poke your index finger into Freddy's nose, and you're surprised to hear a honk. Even more surprising, something behind the poster falls to the floor with a soft clatter. You push the chair out of the way and crawl under the desk. It's even more disgusting down here, with crumbs and something dark and sticky on the dingy old carpet. It's just soda, you tell yourself, wiping the palm of your hand vigorously on your pants. Way at the back, you find a thin plastic card lying to the wall. This looks some help wanted shit. Way at the back, you find a thin plastic card lying to the wall. You haven't seen one of those in a long time. They stopped issuing them to employees because there was so much turnaround. This is one of those old security badges, but the face and name have been scratched out. Whose was this, and who hid it here? Add ID card to your inventory. It's William Aftong! He's William Aftong. Holy chud. This is such an awkward position to be in right now. Here you go. I'm gonna draw a freaking Facebook profile picture, head ass. There you go. There you go. That's good. Good enough for me, personally, I'd say. Proceeds to add more to it. Okay, there we go. What is wrong with me? Why am I actually still doing this? I just think it looks neater this way, that's all. Don't say chud, that's my word. Okay, bro. I'm sure you own that word. I'm sure that's your culture. You made the word, yeah, sure. Talk to There we go. That looks beautiful in my opinion. You watch the clock on the desk as the numbers flip over from 5:59 to 6 a.m. Yay! You survived your first night at Freddy's. All is quiet as you leave the security office and pass through the restaurant. You step outside and take in the fresh, cool air. Happy and grateful to be alive. Even the early morning light seems too bright after the darkness of the pizza place. You lose all sense of time in there, since most of the windows are in different parts of the restaurant. There isn't a cloud in the sky. It looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. Too bad you'll have to sleep through most of it once you send Copelia off to school. And then it won't be long until you're back here for a second night. Who knows what that will bring. You lock up the restaurant, wave goodbye to the sleeping animatronics inside, and head home. We're gonna have a freaking home section now, aren't we? Oh man. Okay, maybe I don't know, maybe I should do freaking like one night a stream. I don't know. When you get home at 6:30 a.m., you wish you could go to bed, but your day isn't over just yet. Now it's time for your second but most important job, parenting. Yes, we're having day sections now in FNAF. This one is full-time and pays nil, but you wouldn't have it any other way. However, getting your 11-year-old daughter Copelia up and ready for school is more challenging than anything Freddy Fazbear's Pizza could throw your way. You peek into her bedroom and see her still snoozing peacefully. Books are scattered across her bedspread and on the floor, and an open one lies on her chest, rising and falling with her steady breathing. She was clearly up late last night, reading, as usual. You laugh a little when you see drool in the corner of her mouth and a damp spot on her pillowcase. That's me. I do that. I wish I had a camera, you think. So you study her a little longer, trying to hold on to this memory for later. You go into the kitchen to make breakfast, intentionally banging pots and pans around as you cook eggs and bacon. You can't help but think of Chica and force the thought away. You're off the clock now, and you will not let the animatronics live rent-free in your head. The combination of Copelia's alarm clock and the aroma of the bacon is enough to wake her. She pads out into the kitchen in her rocket ship pajamas, hair a tangled mess, and her face lights up when she sees you. Missed me, huh? Well, it's just a big guy. He should. Fazbear employees gotta be exclusively Caucasian. I feel like anyone else is just leaving, bro. Yeah, no, that's true though. It's in a lot of FNAF books. It's just the fucking white people shit happens to.
Missed me, huh?
No. How do you do his Scott Cawthon's voice? Missed me, huh? You say I don't know, man. How do you do a middle-aged man voice? Guys. Chat, how do you do a middle-aged man voice? Missed me, huh? You say, twirling your spatula. No, I just love bacon so much. She gives you a hug. And by extension, the person making it for me. You laugh. But seriously, I missed you, she says. While you were sleeping? Especially then. I never sleep well when you aren't home. I hate leaving you, but it's just for this week. She sees the concern on your face and puts a hand over her mouth. Oh, Dad, I didn't mean to guilt trip you. I'm fine, really. Mrs. Andrews always looks in on me, and she hears everything that goes on around here. That's an understatement, you smile. You're grateful to have someone close by to watch the house when you're away, but you never worried that Copelia will get into any trouble on her own. If anything, she's keeping an eye on kindly Mrs. Andrews, who had sadly lost her own daughter at a young age years ago and has been overprotective of the neighborhood kids since. Copelia reaches for the tray of cooked bacon. Who the fuck names their kid Copelia? It's gotta be abuse. No, okay. It sounds like the name of a flower, actually, now that I think about it. Need 40 plus hours of construction first if you want to sound middle-aged. Only 40? God, that must be like crushing. I mean, that's a lot of construction. That's 40 more hours than I'd be willing to do, but like still, I feel like for a lot of people, they'd be at least in the like something hundreds, something thousands range. I don't know. 40 is like a week or two of work, isn't it? A week probably, yeah, for a construction worker. You slap her hand away. You are not getting one slice of bacon until you're dressed for school. She sticks her tongue out and disappears into her room. Okay. Copelia comes back in record time with her hair neatly tied in a ponytail, a bedazzled purple t-shirt, tights, and a jean jacket. She sits down, and you put a heaping amount of bacon on her plate that she immediately starts shoveling into her mouth. How is work? She asks. Uneventful, you lie. Sounds like my dream job. Sitting at a desk in the middle of the night, pushing buttons. I would catch up on so much reading until boredom kills me. You would not be killed by boredom at Freddy's, you say. And promise me you'll never work there. She laughs. Okay, sure. Now, how was your day? You catch up with each other while you eat breakfast. Then she notices the time on the Kit Kat clock and jumps up. My bus! She shoves another piece of bacon in her mouth and grabs her backpack by the kitchen door. She rummages around in it. Crud! Come on. She's not going to say crud. Come on. Fuck! Do you have a pen? I have to... No, she wouldn't say that either. Damn, do you have a pen? I have to finish... Damn it, do you have a pen? I have to finish my homework on the bus. You raise an eyebrow. Why didn't you do it last night? Because I couldn't find my pen? Keep up, Dad. If you have the ballpoint pen and give it to her, remove it from your inventory. Oh, I do, actually, yeah. Tell her to borrow a pen. Wait. I want to see what happens. Oh, it just goes straight. Okay, it goes straight into night 2. You just missed extra dialogue or something. Let's go back. You have the ballpoint pen. Give it to her. All right. I guess Golden Freddy's is helping with parenting out here. You grab the pen from your pocket. Here you go. Don't lose this one. You toss it to her. She catches it expertly. She should really be on a sports team, but all she wants to do is read, tinker with projects in the basement, and play the Sega Genesis. Yo, based! She's a great kid, you think. I don't know how I got so lucky. Thanks, she looks at the pen. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Employee of the Month. Don't you have like a drawer full of these? You're the best worker there. Not that the bar is that high. Hey. Wait. Hey, give me my pen back. Wait, didn't you just give it to her? Wait, what? Why'd you ask for it back? That's confusing. Hey, give me my pen back. Nope. She twists the pen and discovers there's a screwdriver inside. Wicked! Yeah, you probably shouldn't be bringing that to school. You stand up. I'll find you another pen. The bus honks outside. Too late, gotta go. She runs to the door. A moment later, she runs back and gives you a kiss on the cheek. Love you. And then she's gone, with your pen in hand. You already miss her. At least working the night shift doesn't take away from your time alone. Though you don't like the idea of leaving her home alone, even under the sometimes too watchful eyes of the neighbors. Just 4 more days. You yawn and head back to bed. Oh, they're going to make us feel way worse about the phone guy now. Oh, man. I kind of wish it wasn't spoiled that. Like, I originally, when I started the start of this like a couple months ago, just the beginning part, I just drew like the candy wrapper and the paper clip. And I honestly, and I think the gum too, but I didn't know that. And then I got spoiled for me like a little after, even though the book's been out for a long while now. Very unfortunate. All right, night 2. If anything happens to her, Scott's going to have some unhappy visitors. Based. Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I don't think Copelia is going to die, but I wouldn't be too surprised because a lot of children die in the series. But I think that I think it would be a little too much if they specifically kill her too. I think they're just going to kill like Ralph and, you know, she's just going to be devastated. I have to live with someone. Who would she live with? Like, maybe they just won't. Maybe there's an epilogue that goes into it, what happens with her, but maybe there isn't. We'll see what goes on. Night 2, 12 a.m. You yawn. Time to make the donuts. You usually start your shift repeating the well-known catchphrase from those donut commercials, but there aren't any coworkers here to laugh along with you. The only people who ever laughed were the new hires. The first time you said it, and they were the only being polite since they thought you were their boss. But you're nothing if not consistent. It was easy to do the right thing every day at work here, but at night, it's hard to know what the right thing to do is. You're in an unfamiliar territory. Unfortunately, you're not only consistent, you're persistent too. You never give up trying until you get the job done. You hope that's one of the better qualities Copelia picks up from you. You also hope you'll be around for a long time to teach your daughter even more lessons about how to live and survive in the world as she grows up. As much as you love this job, you want more for her future than a dead-end career as a security guard. Most importantly, you hope that if anything happens to you on the job, she stays far away from Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. If you check the show stage camera or check the dining area camera. Let's check the show stage. You punch the button for the show stage camera. Freddy and Chica are both there as they should be, but Bonnie's already left. No, wait. Bonnie is still there. Most of him anyway. His body is on the stage, but his head is gone. Who would steal the head of an animatronic bunny? Punk kids, you think? Daredevil teens from the high school and community college sometimes try to break into the restaurant if they succeeded. They wouldn't want to bring back a souvenir of their bravery. You laugh, imagining someone shouting, bring me the head of Bonnie the Rabbit. So what I'm thinking is, whenever they get the time to remove the head of Bonnie, why don't you use that time to remove all of the animatronics' heads? Hi, Maze Calvin. Use that time to remove their heads, and then when the night shift is over, they go back to their stage, put their heads back on. Come on, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to think of. It would save you a lot, since apparently they have ears and stuff, right? Apparently they have ability to see and hear. That would heavily make them easier to deal with, just crippling them like that. Maybe he feels really bad. Maybe he considers that assault or something on the animatronics. Of course, if anyone actually succeeded in breaking into Freddy Fazbear's Pizza after hours, they would be the ones in danger of losing their heads, figuratively and literally. But this is no laughing matter. You have a real problem now. You have to find and reattach Bonnie's head before the place opens in the morning. As terrifying as animatronics can be to some young children, they'll really freak out if they're greeted by a headless one, or maybe one no one would notice. Just get the head at the end of the night. Hello? This character has ultra ADHD, and he's a stand-in for Scott Cawthon, so maybe it's just Scott Cawthon writing all of his thoughts down, everything he's ever thought about FNAF 1 into one book. Oh gosh, I hope we get more of these interactive books. I only know of 2 of them. I don't know if there's more now. I wonder if there are. Check the dining area camera, check the restrooms camera, or check the backstage camera. Let's check the backstage camera, because that might be where it is. Main maintenance had to remove Bonnie's head to work on it, and no one told you. No one ever tells you anything. If so, the head would probably be in the parts and service area behind the stage. You switch over to the backstage camera. A large metal endoskeleton rests at the end of the work table. You see masks for Chica and several variations of Freddy, but no Bonnie head. Power cables dangle down from the ceiling. That's a fire hazard if I ever saw one, you think. You considered raising your concern with management, but they hardly ever take employee suggestions. A little voice inside you says it might not be a bad thing if this it might not be a bad thing if this place burnt down. Man. As long as it doesn't happen until after you collect your last paycheck and no one, human at least, is in the building at the time. You also notice an empty Freddy Fazbear. Yeah, because fuck the dogs. Don't fuck the dogs, guys. Don't fuck dogs. That's illegal. And also just inhumane in general. You also notice an empty Freddy Fazbear costume propped up in the corner. At least you assume it's empty. You're curious, but not curious enough to go back there and check. The camera pans across the room once more, and you notice that there are no parts for Foxy back there. Foxy! You quickly switch over to Pirate Cove camera. The curtain is wide open and the cove is empty. Too late. Footsteps run towards your office, and Foxy bursts inside and creams all over your face. Game over. To start from the beginning. Dude, and from night 1? Hello? It starts you over from night 1? That's insane. What's the point of that? It's not like anyone's gonna read the book again and be like, oh yeah, let me read through the entire book again and do all the choices again. Come on. I get that they're trying to make it more annoying, but it's a little too annoying. Come on. I don't remember the exact number, but I can go to 263, which is, I remember where you had the final choice, and then click that, and then click that, and then now we're at night 2. Cool. There's a dining show. Okay, show stage, dining area, restrooms. Let's go to the show stage, and then check the restrooms. You punch through the button of the restrooms, the camera pans back and forth, and you're glad to see everything appears normal. Normal for Freddy's, that is. The light bulbs you installed yesterday are still going strong. You feel good that the countless patrons were able to relieve themselves during the day. Thanks for your efforts. Better news. There aren't any signs of wandering animatronics outside the restroom. Maybe you're in for a quiet night. It sure would be nice to finish out the week with your sanity intact. Already thinking of arson? It's like FNAF 3, gamers. When does Markiplier shoot the janitor? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hello? Maybe you're in for a quiet night. It sure would be nice. Okay, if you check the dining area, check the party rooms camera. Let's check the dining area. Yeah. You punch the door for dining area just like last time. None of these are telling me to check for Foxy. Foxy just killed me earlier, so you punch the button for the dining area just like last night, and the tables are set for a big party with tablecloths and party hats all laid out. You wonder if the room was used at all. It looks like the exact way it did yesterday, as if nothing has been touched, or the staff is simply meticulous about placing everything exactly where it should be. When you do the same job day in and day out for years, you get pretty good at it. There is one thing out of the ordinary. Bonnie's head lies in one of the aisles between the party tables. It must have fallen off and rolled down there. It's a good thing that happened. How does that happen? That happened after hours because nothing sets off customers more than a malfunctioning animatronic. A head detaching and bouncing off the stage would probably result in some kids needing therapy, not to mention that. Are Bonnie's eyes looking at you? The head is lying on its side, but his eyes are trained right on the security camera. Is it a warning? A cry for help? You shake your head. It's just an optical illusion. And indeed, when you look back at the monitor, Bonnie's eyes are looking in a different direction. You need to go reattach Bonnie's head and make sure this doesn't happen again, especially during a performance. My goat doesn't know about FNAF the musical. I do know about FNAF the musical. I just didn't know you were referencing that because I thought it was about this. I thought you were referencing this. Although I haven't seen the 3 latest ones. I've only seen the original series. I know they made it newer ones for like Help Wanted and stuff like that. I only saw until the point where they said it ended. Ronnie's eyes staring at you, head is lying on its side, but his eyes are trained right on the security camera. Okay. To exit through the right door, to exit through the left door. Okay, Foxy's probably on the left, isn't it? You step out the West Hall, and once again, remember you've been meaning to clear out the broken TVs piled up outside the office. Those things are supposed to work for decades, but they keep burning out. It must be the old electrical wiring in this place. Wires are literally hanging down on the wall in front of you, but you're pretty sure they aren't live. You don't touch them, just in case. As you turn down the hallway and glimpse the poster of Freddy Fazbear on the wall, you pause for a moment. You've seen it 100 times, but you could have sworn it just changed to show the animatronic ripping off his own head. Terrifying. When you turn back, it's just the same old poster. Freddy singing into his microphone with "Let's Party" over his head. It must have been a trick of the flickering light at the end of the hall, and you've still clearly got Bonnie's head on your mind. As you hurry towards the dining... that's a reference to the game. As you hurry towards the dining area, the light blinks off. Your eyes adjust to the darkness, and you see a shadow waiting at the far end of the corner. Just an after image, you think, continuing. Then the light comes back on, and Foxy is standing there, and unfortunately, he is very real. With no one checking on him and Pirate Cove, he's come out to play. You spin around and run back to your security office. Foxy's footsteps sprint behind you. In this life and death race, Foxy is faster. Foxy is faster. Oh, there's the head. Gosh, I just gotta keep looking for images. Did we miss any others? Who knows? Okay, check through the right door. You arrive at the dining area. Bonnie's head is lying on the floor, staring vacantly at the stars and streamers. So basically, this dude just got chased down by Foxy, but he didn't notice that because he left his office at the perfect moment. Foxy's like, "Oh, where the heck is he? He must be trying to hide from me. Yar!" But like this dude's just like, "Oh, Bonnie head." You're at the dining area. Bonnie's head is lying on the floor, staring vacantly at the stars and streamers hanging from the ceiling. But something else catches your attention. The doors to party rooms 1 and 2 are closed. There's party rooms 1 and 2? What the freak? This is new. Those were previously open when you saw them on the camera. Oh, so maybe there's no cameras for them. But why would there not be cameras for the party rooms? The feed in that section is notoriously glitchy. It's possible you didn't see them clearly the first time. Oh, that's their explanation for why there's doors that you just don't see on FNAF 1. Like there's 2 extra rooms. Party room 1 and 2, you just can't see them. Their explanation is that the cameras just don't show them very well. Which is true. The back of the main area, the dining area in FNAF 1 cameras is like pitch black, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's 2 more like rooms back there. You arrive at the dining area. Bonnie's head is lying on the floor, staring vacantly at the stars and streamers. I'm reading that again. God damn it. You're night watchman, so you should check out anything suspicious, and this is definitely suspicious. Those party rooms are a perfect hiding place, and it's not like the animatronics to go around opening and closing doors. You still have to take care of Bonnie, but it's not like his head is going anywhere. So much for an eventful night. Okay, let's go check out party room 1. You open the door to party room 1 and turn on the lights. It's basically a miniature version of the dining area for private birthday parties or overflow space. When someone hosts a party there, they get a visit from Freddy, Bonnie, or Chica as part of the package. But they rarely use Freddy for such functions. It's also company policy to have a security guard posted in each room while the animatronic is present. A duty you have often performed, but that was before the restaurant closed. Since it reopened, these rooms haven't been needed, and of course you're on the night shift now. Everything seems quite ordinary inside. The 2 long tables are covered in white tablecloths decorated with colorful confetti. Cone-shaped cardboard party hats are lined up on each table, waiting to be strapped into rambunctious kids. You smile thinking back on the better times. For a while, you would have said Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was the happiest place on earth if you weren't worried about infringing on trademark. Aaron, MapPad didn't cover this in videos. Aaron, not lore accurate enough to going straight to Reddit. That's crazy. No, I don't. Did this come out before MapPad retired? I don't remember. I haven't been keeping up on the newest stuff because there's spoilers for the books, and I haven't caught up on the books. I haven't even gotten to Tales of the Pizzaplex yet, but I should be there soon. Smile thinking back on better times. For a while, you would say Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was the happiest place on earth if you weren't worried about infringing on a trademark. Approaching steps snap you back to the moment and remind you of how much this place has changed. You consider hiding, but you have plenty of time to check out Party Room 2 before an animatronic reaches you. Okay, let's go check out Party Room 2 then, baby grill. You hustle over to Party Room 2 and open the door, or try to. It's locked. You're not even sure who has the key to this door. These rooms aren't usually locked. Naturally, now you're even more curious about what or who. How did you get to Party Room 2 before an animatronic saw you? It's not like the 2 are connected together, right? You would have to leave the room and then go to the other one. Naturally, now you're even more curious about what or who might be inside there. The footsteps are closer. They're coming from the direction of the show stage, but you can't tell which animatronic it is. You hope you don't find out. Unless you can figure out how to get inside this room, your only option is to try to get back to the adjacent party room and hide in there instead. I can't read German, bro. That's crazy, bro. Zenless Zone 0. If you hide inside party room 1... If you have an ID card. Oh, I do have an ID card. How would I have a master key? Where would I get that? Where have I not looked? In movies, people use credit cards to Jimmy opened locked doors. You pull out the ID card you found earlier. The thin plastic is flexible but sturdy enough that you should be able to slide it between the door and the frame and push open the latch. But you'll have to be quick. The animatronic is almost here. It actually works. The door opens and you duck inside the room and close the door behind you. The footsteps go right past and fade away. You wipe sweat from your forehead. You switch on the lights and look around. What was so important about this room? There's no one here. It's practically a mirror image of Party Room 1, but with a striped tablecloths instead of white and party hats decorated with confetti. It also had a wide window looking out at the tree line behind the restaurant and the mountains beyond that. Only it's dark now, so all you see is the room reflected in the glass. You hardly recognize yourself or the fear in your face. You turn your attention back to tables. One of the party hats is slightly out of alignment with the others. You nudge it back into place, but meet some resistance. Something's under the hat. You lift up the paper cone and find a Freddy Fazbear branded Zippo lighter. Why is that a thing? Someone must have left it after lighting birthday candles. Okay, that makes sense. What's a curt greeting? Seeing that cute face of yours makes me pent up. Thank you. Who said that? Thank you so much. I want to see who said that though. I can't see it. Check it later. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Oh, it doesn't even show up. Cool. FBI Polizia. I'm not in Freddy. I'm not in America Burger. I don't have FBI thing. You know? Type shit. Alright, back to reading. Important thing. Oh my god, my internet's dying so hard this whole stream. How bad has it been? Am I seriously only getting like one frame every like million years? This is horrible. How do you even fix something like this? A lighter manufacturer collaborated with a failing restaurant. No, I think they make it themselves. I'm done. Okay. Hope you had fun, I guess. Freddy Fazbear. Gosh, I wish I could do something about this internet issue, honestly. I can't. I wish I could. Oh, great. I didn't even do anything and now OBS is crashing. No! What a horrible, horrible situation I'm in. Ah! FNAF jump scare. Could be the worst. At least the audio mostly isn't cutting out. Mostly? What do you mean, mostly? What do you mean? It's cutting out a lot? Oh, yeesh. Yeah, I don't know, gang. I don't know how to fix this. And worst part is it's also just freaking out when I'm trying to like change settings on OBS to try to get it to be less laggy. Gosh. Okay. I'm gonna go back to reading and just pray for the best. That I can get the hell out of this freaking godforsaken country, bro. This place sucks. Add the lighter to your inventory and go get Bonnie's head. Okay. Alright, Bossy McBoss Pants. Telling me what to do. Alright, the pen. I don't have that anymore. Alright, do I still have the ID card? And I don't think it told me to get rid of it. It told me I used it to get in, but I don't think it told me to get, like, rid of it, right? Here. Something like that. Oh, gosh. Okay, I didn't give myself enough space. Let's move that over slightly. Okay, I guess I'll move it like a slight bit more even. There we go. This one's looking kind of rough, game. Almost done, almost done. Okay, just gotta add the flame now. The flame's a disaster. There we go. That looks so much like a lighter. You guys are just haters. It looks beautiful. Exactly how every lighter in the world looks and always looked. Always in the world. Time for you to stop streaming in 1440? I don't know, man. Everything does suck. Yes, everything freaking sucks. Oh, okay, I have zero bits, right? Bit rate. That's cool. That's cool. Everything sucks. I don't think I can even lower the freaking resolution. The main issue is apparently lowering your resolution, but like your win. Like apparently it's a bad idea because it has to do more CPU work to like downscale it or something like that. Apparently it does the data first and then it downscales it and then sends that over afterwards. Whatever. Let's see if this is better now. Oh yeah, I gotta draw Freddy on it. I gotta draw Freddy Fazbear on it. Otherwise it's like incomplete. You look so stupid. Alicia's not Freddy Fazbear. What? Wait a second. He looks so dumb. Okay, now let's get the color. Let's get the shine in here. Secondary colors, baby. Type shit DJ Khaled would say. Secondary colors. Life. Roblox. Life. It's Roblox. They didn't believe in us. God did. Time to bring out the Roblox. Like that, maybe? I don't even know. It's like a single bar on it like that. It's weird. Okay, and then you add like a ton of like little circles here. Like that. I know it's the internet, but adding a crap ton of CPU on top of the fact that like half of it's being used by my mocap software, it's gonna pile up. For this, it's fine right now, but if I'm doing like a game, it's gonna definitely pile up. Yeah, that's good, right? You guys like that lighter? Is that a good lighter? Do you enjoy that lighter? Is it swell? Does it look fantastic? I hope you guys enjoy my lighter. I think I did a wonderful job. I'm proud of it. I would bring this to show and tell if I were you. My fast freaking lighter, bro. Okay, next thing on the list. Yeah. Let's see the next thing on the list. God, do I have to add Bonnie's head? Do I have to draw that too? Bonnie's head is what you came here for. You walk over and pick it up. Oof. Oof. It's way heavier than it looks. I farted. And the Xbox 360 can have mocap with Connect. I can't imagine your modern PC can't handling. Yeah, but the mocap's pretty bad on the Xbox 360. It's like the Xbox 360's motion capture is like notoriously bad. If you want to do anything more than just some amount of motion or something, it just kind of struggles. Like there's a lot of games on the Connect that absolutely failed because of that. They just couldn't work very well. I've seen people using the motion capture for like, and also it's just a webcam thing. So like, I don't know. I don't think this software is that bad, but there's a lot of delay. Yeah. I can't like move around really fast because it requires a lot of smoothing. It's really unfortunate. Maybe someday it'll get better. Bunny's head is what you came here for. You walk over and pick it up. Oof, it's way heavier than it looks. And something sticky leaks in your hands. Machine oil, hopefully. You're glad it didn't leave a mess on the floor. Even they fucked his head and they left it on the floor. Even after all this time, this is the closest you've been to an animatronic. One reason being the smell. I'm sure it does smell bad. These things haven't been washed in ever. There's something sharp and sour about the stench. Like food left out to rot. Or roadkill. You wrinkle your nose. It's very unpleasant. You also never touched an animatronic before, which, of course, is strongly discouraged. The fur is matted and kind of greasy. There are probably things crawling out of it, and you don't want to hold this any longer than you have to. You turn it around in your hands until Bonnie is looking up at you. Let's get you patched up, you say. Bonnie's eyes blink and swivel towards you. He opens his mouth. Thank you, buddy! I'm awful grateful! You're so startled by this, you almost drop the head. It probably just happened because you were moving it around. You look up at the stage. Bonnie's torso is still up there, and so is Freddy Fazbear, but now Chica is gone. Should you go up and try to reattach the head or look for tools and instructions at parts and service behind the stage? You should reattach my head right now! Okay, sure, if you say so, Bonnie. Let's go on stage. Oh, shit, hold on. What if I go backstage? Oh, shit, there's stuff here. Oh, there's so much complication. Okay, you open the door. The back of the stage marked employees only. Though you're an employee, you've never needed to go back here before. You step into the backstage and what staff has taken to referring to as P&S, parts and service. Weird. It's dark and practically shouts, This area is off limits. It feels wrong and a little dangerous to be back here. You look around for something useful to help you reattach Bonnie's head properly. A user manual would be pretty nice. An endoskeleton sits in the end of the workbench next to a screwdriver, perhaps intended for the empty Freddy Fazbear suit tucked into a corner. Another empty Freddy head sits right on the other side of the workbench. There's several Freddy heads here. They're old designs. Some of them don't have eyebrows or have a slightly different head shape. There is also a Chica head on the shelf, and it is next to a flashlight. What about Foxy? You don't see any of his parts back here. As if you summoned him, you hear heavy footsteps running towards the room. You have to find something to defend yourself with or take your chances and hide. If you grab the screwdriver, tap here, or if you grab the flashlight, or if you put on the Freddy head. Let's do that. That sounds horrible. In a moment of panic, you grab the spare Freddy Fazbear mask. That won't work anymore. It's not the 80s. And you put it on your head and then stand still. Ugh, if you thought the animatronics smelled bad on the outside, the inside of this one absolutely reeks. It smells like stale sweat, notes of old coffee, hints of cigarette smoke. Even worse, it feels warm and moist, like being inside someone's mouth. You can taste something. You don't know what it is, but it's bitter and coppery. Oh, wonder. It makes your heart flutter with anxiety. Fear. You're tasting fear. No, I think that's just blood. As soon as you put the Freddy head on, you want to tear it off again, but you don't dare. Because through its eye holes, you spot Foxy standing in the doorway. That's why it doesn't work. Because it never works on Foxy. He stalks towards you and stops, only inches from your Freddy face. He leans forward to look into its eyes. He sees you. He screams and you black out. You drift in and out of consciousness, distantly aware that you're being stuffed inside an animatronic suit. You hope someone's checking the suits back here once in a while and finds your body so your daughter will know why you never came home. Oh, that's dark. Okay. Game over. Start from the beginning to try this night again. Finally, I got the chance to give it another try. No, I won't be doing that. I will be clicking on where is it? Backstage parts and service. Okay, let's grab the screwdriver. You launch yourself forward towards this workbench and grab a screwdriver, knocking over the endoskeleton and making a terrible racket. You turn around and hold out the tool like a dagger as Foxy bursts into the room. It's always Foxy. He hesitates in the doorway and looks around, seeming to pay you no attention. Is he wondering why they don't have any spare parts for him? Why don't they just fix him instead of leaving him in Pirate Cove to rot behind a closed curtain? The animatronics were all built with a purpose, to entertain children. How would you feel if you were prevented from doing what you were made for? To be trapped in the dark, listening to children living and laughing just on the other side of your curtain. Your whole world would be that sliver of light from between the curtains, only able to see and not partake. Dude, he's expert level cuck. Like he's made for this. Only able to see and not partake in that small slice of freedom and happiness. While Foxy is preoccupied, you try to sneak past him, but before you can reach the door, his head snaps in your direction. Could have just waited it out. He rushes at you. You jam the screwdriver in Foxy's good eye, but it turns out the eye patch is just for show. He lifts it up and winks at you. What? Then he plucks the screwdriver out and turns it on you. All right. He pulls it out, gives you a little cartoonish wink, and then just winds up his fist. You jam this. Okay. He plucks the screwdriver out and turns it on you. Okay. Get stabbed. Let's grab the flashlight. Apparently that's the correct idea. You dash towards the shelf and pick up the flashlight just as Foxy bursts into the room. All right, because it's Foxy. That's cool. They're having some FNAF 2 gameplay elements in here. You whirl around and press the button on the flashlight. Luckily, the batteries still work. A bright beam cuts towards the dark room and shines on Foxy's face. You thought maybe you could blind him temporarily so you can slip by, but the light seems to mess him up. He freezes in place, servos clicking in confusion. You hope you won't get in trouble for breaking Foxy. You don't know how long you'll be like this, so you decide to get a move on. You need to reattach Bonnie's head and get back to the security office. It will only become more dangerous to be out as the night progresses, especially once Foxy reboots. Add flashlight and screwdriver to your inventory. Great. Let's do that then. Lots of new things I've never drawn before here. That looks weird. That looks like there's like an inward concave. Is that what they call it? I think the reason for that is because, yeah, like that'll fix that. Okay. Ugh, let me zoom in a bit. And then now we just do that. There's our screwdriver. Okay, now I need to draw... Okay, that looks weird. There's a lot of bending going on, I'm realizing, with the drawings I'm doing today, because, well, you know, I'm not really giving them much time, and I'm not really very comfortable in the position I'm sitting in. Honestly, a lot of it can just be fixed by just rotating it like that. And just doing stuff like that can really fix it. Oh gosh, it's because of the... I forgot to turn on anti-aliasing. There, final links those 3. Preview links those 3. That'll fix it. Yeah, it's already a lot better. And then the flashlight. Cylinder.
It's a cylinder.
Right, it's at an angle, but it's fine. I don't need to do all that. God, that looks horrible. Yeah, the glass. It's like drawing a pea shooter's mouth when I think about it. Maybe I should have started with that, then maybe it would have looked nicer. Maybe if I went with my own thing. This looks Dude, this looks kind of phallic or something too. These kind of interactive books are the only kind of books I would read it willingly. They're fun. I mean, come on. Books are fun to read. Controversial take. I think it's really funny that the FNAF books don't have much when it comes to sales. Because, like, FNAF fans don't read. They wouldn't read. They're good enough, bro. Good enough. Here. It looks kind of like a flashlight if you squint your eyes. And not a weirdly shaped whatever you think it is. Oh my god, bruh. It's this part too that's really bothering me. Maybe if I just go for it. And then grab the whole thing. It's the worst flashlight ever drawn in humanity. That looks tolerable. Yeah, I like that. Relatively speaking. Here you go. Now we can at least tell it's supposed to kind of be a flashlight. Let's give it a button as well. At a different angle, so I kind of have to match that too. Where's the button? I haven't gotten to it yet. Hadn't gotten to it yet. There you go. That's the button. Please be patient with me. It's a very shiny flashlight, actually. I wish I knew how to read. Oh, that's tough. That's rough, buddy. Here, let's keep going. You climb up into the show stage and look out, imagining an audience of boisterous kids and frazzled parents. Staff and customers are not allowed up here. The last time a kid found his way on stage during a performance, you shudder. That's what liability waivers are for. Where Chica usually stands, you see a metal plate. The animatronics recharge on those at night, through battery terminals on their feet. Interesting. Why don't they just stay bolted in, actually? I mean, you need to move their joints. I'm sure they can still do it through a bolt. Right, they probably want the animatronics to, like, move, actually, on purpose from place to place. I think SurfRay should do a stream voicing over the stuff her fans send her. God, that would suck. I don't like doing stuff live like that because I have so many takes for when I voice things. I can almost never get things right the first time. I am someone who just does it over and over again. Where was I? You gently place Bonnie's head back on his body. The animatronics deserve your respect. When you think about it, you wouldn't have had a job without them. They have some flaws, but they've brought so much happiness to families over the years. The fact that that fact needs to be weighed against their actions. None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, right? And they want to kill you. Bonnie's head wobbles, so you can't leave him like this. It seems you can tighten it by turning it, but which way, left or right? Come on, bro. Does it matter? You probably can't make him any worse, but maybe you should pop backstage and see if there's any instructions. You're just a security guard. You aren't trained to repair the animatronics. And if you do this incorrectly, you could lose your job earlier than planned. Look, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, but I do want to see what happens. Okay, left. You twist Bonnie's head left and something clicks inside. His eyes focus on you. Is he fixed? His head starts twitching and his mouth opens wide. You glimpse another set of teeth deep in his maw. Are those human teeth? He is clearly not fixed. You step back or try to, but his right hand holds onto your jacket. You tug at it, but there's no breaking his grip. No, you cry. I'm trying to help you. You manage to slip out of your jacket and stumble backward, but you fall and the back of your head slams against the stage floor. Oh, shit. But you fall. Okay, bright lights flash in your eyes and you black out. When you come to a moment later, Bonnie is holding your head between his oversized hands. He stares at you with unblinking red eyes. They went back to the red eyes. Mouth jittering open and closed. Please don't, you whisper. I have a daughter. He turns your head hard to the left with a sickening crunch. He snaps your neck. He goes, holy shit, dude. Millions of lumens. Flaws is not trying to murder you at night, bro. Okay. Okay, and then you click that, and now you click unscrew it to the right. I do want to see the instructions, actually. 65 or something. No, 67? No. Bonnie's hat. Check out party room. Check out party room. 1, 2. ID card. Lighter. Backpack stage. Flashlight. I should probably remember the 78. Okay, cool. I'm gonna remember that. Let's go backstage. You open the door at the back of the stage. Marked employees only. Though you're an employee, you've never needed to go back here before. You step into the backstage camera. Oh wait, this is the same. Where is the instructions? Where does it say the instructions to go right or whatever? Like, because no, this is the same, right? What the heck? Screw the... Okay. Screw the head on the right. You go back there, and then Foxy's back there again, and then you get another flashlight. Infinitely. I have a daughter. No, I don't care. Adam Strikes were not moving like this in the games. Yeah, let's just do this, I guess. You twist Bonnie's head to the right, and something clicks inside. His eyelids blink once as the head comes back online. It seems you've done the trick, but there are 3 small holes around the base of his neck to secure the head. This is probably why Bonnie's head fell off in the first place. As he dances and strums his guitar, his signature red bass guitar on the stage. Red bass guitar? I thought bass and guitar were 2 different, almost called them weapons. Ooh, 67! I thought they were different, instruments. And then the screws vibrated and eventually fell out and then off with his head. You look around the stage and find 2 silver screws, but no matter how much you search, you can't find the third one. 2 will have to do for now. The best you can do is let maintenance know and they can hunt down another screw tomorrow. You insert 1 screw in each side of his neck, with them sticking out like that. Bonnie reminds you of Frankenstein's monster. That's no good. Just call him Frankenstein, bro. That's no good. You'll have to tighten them or his head will... Oh, but the Frankenstein is the name of the monster. It's the name of the scientist, who is his father, which makes him also Frankenstein, because there is a surname. His first name is Victor. We're not calling the monster Victor, are we? Sorry. I'm just very passionate about how everyone is wrong about that. Every single person is wrong about that. Don't debate me on it. You won't win. You lose. That's no good. You'll have to tighten them or his head will tumble off again. A job half-assed will never last. Okay, we half-assed. All right. I didn't think they would even have a tiny modicum of a no word in here, as your father used to say. That's pretty catchy. Job half-assed, never last. As your father, he was a perfectionist and nothing you did was ever good. Okay. You vowed you would never treat your own child that way. And so far you haven't with Copelia. That's good. The sooner you fix Bonnie, the sooner you can go back to the security office and the better your chance of getting home to her in the morning. If you tighten the screws with your fingers, tap here. If you tighten the screwdriver, I have a screwdriver, but I want to see what happens if we use our fingers. Yeah, everything leads to your death, apparently. You tighten the screws with your fingers as much as you can and head back to the security office. You worry that you could have done more, but you did the best you could with the tools at hand, which were none. The next day, you're woken up by a phone call. It's your boss. Ralph, today we had our biggest crowd in a long time, she says. Oh, okay. A woman being boss in the 90s? A reporter was even there to see how we've been doing since we opened. And we were on track for a big comeback story. Guess what happened? You swallow. Was anyone bitten? Worse, she says. Turn on the news. You switch on the small black and white television on your kitchen counter and twist the dial until you see a breaking news story. A sobbing child covered in cake and something that looks like blood is being interviewed. And the text scroll at the bottom reads, "Some bunny is in trouble." Are you... the kid's covered in child. Yeah. The kid's covered in blood. What? Why are we making jokes here? It cuts to a video recording of the animatronics show at Freddy's. The footage shows Bonnie's head toppling off in the middle of a sick guitar riff, bouncing off the stage and landing on some poor kid's cake. Children scream and stampede while Bonnie's eyes roll wildly. You look away from the horrific scene. That's awful. We check the camera footage. We know you sabotaged the animatronics, Ralph. You're fired. Sabotaged? I mean... Alright. That's an odd conclusion to come to. Very, very presumptive. There isn't any evidence for that. You just see someone put the head on and you go, oh, he took it off. Clearly. No one else could have taken it off. You know, it couldn't have fallen off either. You're fired. Fazbear Entertainment's lawyers will be in touch. No! Getting fired! That's even worse than dying! I want my job safe! Okay, let's use a screw to go back to your security office and hope nothing else breaks tonight. Press here to security office and hope nothing else breaks tonight. Press here to return to security office. You return to the security office and slump into your seat. The job is finally getting to you. Wait, if it's the next page directly, why even have a button for it? Okay. Imagine a printed out version of this book. I mean, yeah, those did it used to exist, but imagine if instead of saying go to this page, it just said click here. That would be pretty funny. Oh, it's not working. It's like those boomer comics. Why is the button not working on this tablet? You have to actually turn the page with your finger. Oh. You return to the security office and slump into your seat. The job is finally getting to you, but you can't let it get to you. Yeah, you can't let it get the best of you. You just need a moment to catch your breath. You close your eyes and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. A sound startles you awake. Oh no, you've fallen asleep on the job. After all the times you've warned night watchmen to always stay vigilant and faithfully reported those who shirk their responsibility and dozed through a shift, you're embarrassed and annoyed at yourself. It's just that you're having trouble adjusting to the later hours and dealing with the animatronics is wearing you out. You can beat yourself up later. Something woke you. A sound. Or wait, was it two sounds? You're still disoriented from your unintentional nap, but you think you heard footsteps approaching the door on the left and someone groaning from the door on the right. You could have dreamed them up or could be in danger. You have time to act on one potential threat. Your clock reads 5:55 a.m., so you only have to survive for the next 5 minutes. I close the right door. If someone is close enough for you to hear them groan, then they're too close. Okay, actually, I kind of want to see what happens if I go to the left door. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my gosh. Dude, I am sent far back. Screws in the finger, screws in the knee, 86, okay. Let's close the left door. You leap from your chair and close the left door. The footsteps keep approaching, but the animatronic won't be able to get in. You flip on the hall light and see the distinctive shape of rabbit ears pass by the office window. After everything I did for you, Bonnie, you say. Then you remember the other sound you might have heard. You turn and are relieved that no one is standing at the left door. Someone groans right into your ear. Right into your ear. Chica jumps at you from your right and screams in your face. You stumble away and fall against the desk. She goes, how? She must have sneaked in from the east hall while you were closing the door on the left. You shove the office chair between you and the arranged animatronic. It's futile, but you aren't going down without a fight. Your chest tightens. Pain shoots up and down your left arm. You clutch a hand over your heart. Your body just couldn't take one more shock tonight. Oh, you just get a heart attack and die. That's cool. Blackness creeps in along the edges of your vision. You collapse to the floor and falls onto your face. She did the Foxy thing. As you gasp for your last breaths, you roll over and look up. Chica looms over at you. I want to see an image of how that looks. Your final thought is a chicken with teeth. That's so messed up. It's so stupid. That's the takeaway here. Bro is having a heart attack actively, is about to die, and the last thing he thinks of is, oh, why does a chicken have teeth? Why didn't I think of that before? That's freaking weird, bro. All right, man. Let's close the right door. If I can't find out what the bonus item means, I'm just going to go through all the bonus item scenes at the last stream when I'm like finishing off the book. If someone is close enough for you to hear them groan, then they're too close. You leap for the door on your right and slap your finger across against the button. Looks like a pretty big button. Wouldn't you have to use your entire like palm? Like slap your finger. Whoosh. Whip would be a better word here. You catch a flash of yellow before the door slams shut. Looks like you were just in time. You flick on the hall light and Chica stares in manically at you, beaked, mouth wide open. You turn off the light. You can take your... You can take your cluck and get lost, you say. I've had enough for one night, but it seems you haven't. The footsteps keep approaching on your left. Yeah, why don't you go for the left door too? You heard too soundy. Bro is a slacker. God, I need a fat bird that... Mommy Chili says in chat, God, I need a fat bird that smells of pizza and cockroaches to fall on me. All right. Is it the pressure? Is it just one of those things where some people like pressure against their body? I get that. You can take your cluck and get lost. Bonnie's standing right there. Okay. It's too late to close the door now. You brace yourself for the attack, but Bonnie doesn't make a move. He just stares at you. You stare back at him. What is he waiting for? You break eye contact for a moment and see the clock on the desk flip over from 5:59 to 6 a.m. Yeah, they don't kill you if you look at them. But obviously they can jam the door. So Bonnie turns and walks away, back towards the show stage. At the door on the right, Chica does the same. Did Bonnie just let you live? Was that a thank you for restoring his head? Or maybe you just got lucky. Either way, you survived another night and it's time to go home. What about the after everything I've done for you? I think that kind of implies that that isn't the case. Unless that happened. Wait, when did that happen? After everything I've done for you? Where is it? Doesn't he say that? Oh, everything I did for you? Okay, that's what it was. What even led me here? Okay. Screw on the right. Screwdriver. Security office. Close the right door. Up here. As soon as you get home, you rush to your daughter's room and check on her. She's sleeping with her left leg sticking out from under the covers and a pillow over her face. You must have spaced out for a minute before the next thing you know, she screams and throws the pillow at your head. You catch it and hold it in your chest. Wait, what's wrong, you say? Why were you standing there staring at me, she says. I was about to wake you up for school. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Why were you standing there staring at me? I was about to wake you up for school. I'm sorry. It's been a weird night. Ugh. Where was I? I spaced out. She pushes her hair back from her face. It's okay. It's just kind of creepy. When I first woke up, I must have been still dreaming. You look like that Fredbear thing from your job. You mean Freddy Fazbear? Whatever. He weirds me out. They all do. Bro doesn't know Fredbear, bro. Bro doesn't know Fredbear. He's the biggest Freddy Fazbear glazer, and he doesn't actually know shit about the lore of the company. Whatever. He weirds me out. They all do. She's never gotten over the time you brought her to work to meet the animatronics when she was 7, and they made her cry so hard she threw up her pizza and cake. She had nightmares for at least a week afterward. Never mind. It's just me, your loving dad bear. You open your arms for a hug. She squints at you. Please never say dad bear again. You feel bad about scaring her or ruining her morning. You don't want her to have bad memories if you like that. Gifts always make her feel better. If you give her the coin, if you keep the coin. I don't have a coin. Wait, where? Huh? Wait, hold on. Was I supposed to? Because it doesn't say if you don't have. See, sometimes it says if you don't have a coin, you give the thing, right? Let's go back to page 80. Because I remember that's where it gives me the office. See, it says if you have the coin. And I think I saw a coin somewhere here while scrolling. But the main issue becomes the fact that I don't really know how I was supposed to have it. Like it didn't give me the option to say I don't have it. It specifically stated that if I want to give her the coin. Or save it for later. Take the fast token. All right. But like, where is it? Hi, Watermelon. What's good? Guys, don't look at the spoilers, guys. Oh, okay. You swiftly search the dining area for anything useful. Under one of the tables, There's a pile of cake crumbs and dirt that's cleaning the crew. You discover a gold coin with Foxy's face on it. It's only plastic and painted gold, of course. So it's not a fast token. Because a fast token would have Freddy's face on it. It's only plastic and painted gold, of course. One of the treasure coins from Pirate Cove. Okay, it's one of those things. It's not a fast token. It's one of, I have one of these. I've stolen it from a place from when I was like 10 or something. It's only plastic and painted gold, of course. One of the treasure from Pirate Cove. It has to have been under there for some time. The cove has been off limits since the pizza place reopened. The coin is just thin enough to be used as a makeshift screwdriver. You slap Bonnie's head on and twist it to the right, like Dave said. Wait, what? From backstage, you hear Foxy singing and banging sounds are coming from the kitchen. You should get out of there and fast. Use the coin to tighten the screws in Bonnie's head. So is this... Huh. There's no picture of a coin here. So that's not the coin? I'm so confused. Where the hell am I supposed to be right now? Okay, hold on. Guys, don't look. You'll get spoiled. Let's go back to the start of the night where specifically they tell you to look at different cameras. Because that might be how you're supposed to find the coins. So dining area. Oh, whoops. I guess I can't go back. Uh-oh. Where's night 2 start? Wait for the end of your shift. Okay. Yeah, this will take me to night 2. Okay, night 2 starts at page 65. Check. No, it does not. It starts at 64. Okay, check the restrooms, party rooms, Pirate Cove. Okay, I see. You punch the button for Pirate Cove. The shimmery star-spangled curtains around the attraction are drawn, but you could have sworn you saw something move back there. There, just as the monitor switched over to feed, a sign out in the front reads, "Sorry, out of order." You made that sign and placed it there yourself. Oh! Oh! What's wrong? Is my stream dead? Watermelon, is my stream dead? Can you not... Do you not hear what's going on? SurfRay back? I already acknowledged that. That's awesome, bro. I love Watermelon Cat. That's so cool, Watermelon Cat. I'm so glad you're back. You crave order. You need order in your life. That's what's called you to security. You keep order like sheriffs in the Wild West. Only instead of a star-shaped badge, yours is a shield decorated with Freddy's face, proudly identifying you as a security guard for Fazbear Entertainment. It's one of your most prized possessions, and you're going to have to turn it over in 4 days. That out of order sign has plagued you for too long. It's a reminder that things around here have very much not been in order for a long while now. It's just taking you some time to see it, and to admit to yourself that there's nothing you can do to change it. Since nothing is moving at the show stage or Pirate Cove now, this is the best time to head out to find Bonnie's head. Interesting. Where would the coin be, though? 64. Which camera have I not checked? Restrooms camera? No, I've already checked there. I specifically remember. Where's the coin? What the freak? I don't see the coin. Maybe if I keep searching for coin, I guess. Hopefully I won't get frickin' spoiled. This is probably not it. This seems way further in the story. Man, I don't know where the coin was. I'm just gonna give her the coin. Actually, okay, let's see. Give her the coin. Oh, hey, I got you something. You flip the plastic coin over to her. The coin falls on her superhero's bedspread, and she grabs it. She holds it up and closes one eye to inspect it with the other. I just said that your freaky robot friends freak me out, and this is one of the this one is the freakiest of all. Foxy was always my favorite. She looks at you. That explains a lot about you. I wasn't expecting this kind of attitude until you were a teenager. I'm almost... You're not. And don't be in a rush to grow up. Anyways, that is a collectible gold treasure coin. She bites down on it. It's fake. You grimace. It was kind of dirty. It's all scratched up and mangled. Fine. You hold out your hand. Give it back. She flips it in the air and catches. I love it because you gave it to me. You smile. Even if it's just some junk you found on the floor at work or something. It's nice to know that you're thinking of me. You sigh. Always, kiddo. I'll go make breakfast while you change for school. If I get heads, you have to make pancakes. She flips the coins again and it comes up Foxy. Pancakes! I never agree to that, you grumble. But you go to the kitchen and start mixing the batter. It's only after she leaves for school that you remember Foxy's head is on both sides of the coin. Freaky robot friends. True. All right. I could also just like keep the coin. I feel like it would save my life at some point. It could at least save my life. Or unlock some kind of content. I'm trying to find out where the hell that coin is right now. Where the hell did they put the coin? I swear I saw it one time, but I don't. Let's go to page 80. Grab the flashlight. Go to show stage. Put the head on. Tighten the screw with the screwdriver. Turn to security office. Close the right door. I can't find the coin. I honestly don't know where the hell the coin is. Doesn't even tell me. Like, what? It's just gone. They removed it. I've been very sleepy. Been up to near day 20 hours. I guess I'm gonna go. I mean, this is almost the end of the stream since I beat night 2, and I said I was gonna do 2 nights every stream. So, I mean, it's been like 2 hours. I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah, okay, it has. Well, you know, that was great. I had lots of fun. I would love to keep reading, but on another day, because, you know, I've been reading for a while now. I hope you guys have... Shut up. Yeah, wait. There you go. I hope anyone who stuck around had fun. I don't know why this... I forgot to turn off the stream banter text, by the way, the whole time. That was supposed to turn off. Can I make some anti-fan art if you go ahead, dude? Just... draw me being mauled or whatever you want to do. I guess. I don't know. You know what they say about all publicity is good publicity. Forgot to get rid of the fucking pre-stream banner text, dude. What is wrong with me? Oh my god. Whatever. Well, that did happen. Today's stream was a bit of a disaster internet-wise too. I wonder how to fix that. But no, I'll see if I can do anything about it, and I'll also see if like you know, lag-wise, probably not. Probably just have to get really lucky. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be reading more. If you miss out a part and you're interested in the story, you can always just, you know, watch the VOD. I'll probably cut it down so that it starts at where the story starts or whatever interesting thing I'm doing. But yeah, good night everybody who's going to sleep. Everyone who's not going to sleep, continue having a good day. If you're not having a good day, have a good day. Use my creator code SurfRay and Fortnite Epic Game stuff general. Subscribe to support me. Share with friends because I don't get many views these days. And the rat loves you. Mwah. Bye bye. Yeah. Also see my other